If your bank account has a debit card or credit card attached to it, you need to know about this right now.
The Better Business Bureau just sent out a warning about this new scam that looks like your card has been declined, but actually it's been copied and stolen.
And believe it or not, scammers are also bragging about this and talking about how to do this step by step.
This is your money. This is no longer their money. This is your money. This is my money. So I'm gonna go spend it.
A large amount, $8,400, was withdrawn from inside the bank.
You put the hand sanitizer on there. What that's gonna do is...
In this video, we're going to talk about the recent rise in debit card and credit card scams that are happening nationwide and even worldwide. Honestly, at this point, anyone with a bank account is at risk. Watch this.
There is nothing more frustrating than getting an alert that says your card is declined. Actually, there is. Finding out that alert is part of a scam that you fell for. Our Zach Myers is here to tell us about the card decline scam.
That's right, very frustrating. The Better Business Bureau just sent out a warning about this new scam that looks like your card has been declined, but actually it's been copied and stolen. Here's how it works. Say you're shopping online at a site that you think is real, and you try to make a payment on the website when you get an alert that says your card is declined for some reason. Well, that's weird. You think, because I know I have enough money on there for that to clear, so you try another card, but the same thing happens. Card declined. Unfortunately, that's a dead giveaway that you've fallen for this scam, and now you've actually given the bad guys information on 2 of your cards. If you check your account balances, you'll probably see some unauthorized charges on those accounts within minutes. If this happens, the worst thing you can do is keep trying different cards to see if they'll work. Everyone that you try is simply giving the scammer more information about more cards. Instead, the BBB says you need to do a security check before you try the first card. So if you're on a site like Amazon where you have an account, you shouldn't have to enter any personal information. And if your card is on file, you shouldn't be asked to resubmit it. Make sure that you're really on the website that you think you're on and not a cloned site made to look like Amazon or something else. Double check the web address and make sure it's secure by looking for the https:// at the start. That's how you know it's secure. And try to use a credit card instead of a debit card, because credit cards have better protections against fraud, and you're more likely to get your money back if this happens to you.
If you're looking to improve your credit score, qualify for homeownership, or even lower your monthly car payment, we most definitely can help you get in position. What we can do is take a look at your current credit report and then create a custom game plan. And we can help you like we've helped all the rest of these people that you're seeing right in front of you. Now, a lot of people get their credit cards and debit cards declined every now and then. And sometimes money just needs to be moved, or there may be a transaction they forgot about, or sometimes we forget the PIN number, whatever the case may be. So this is very common. And that's why people need to know, if your debit card says decline, it may not be the card itself, and you don't need to try any more cards. Now, lately, scammers have been calling people's cell phones, their home phones, and essentially acting like they're from someone from the bank or the FTC or the FBI, the IRS, you name it, they're acting like they're everybody. They will say whatever it takes to keep you on the phone. And not only are they keeping you on the phone, they're even make people do stuff like this. Let me show you.
Liz Roberts, a new twist to a banking scam where criminals are trying to get your PIN or personal identification number to your debit card. One local man was tricked into giving up his PIN and was told to put his card in his mailbox, initially losing almost $10,000. This is video of a suspected scammer picking up Jack Batts' debit card out of his own mailbox in Peoria. Batts attends college there at Bradley University, and he's from North Suburban Gurnee.
It's not something you expect that would happen.
Before Batts put his own debit card in his mailbox, he received convincing calls and fake texts from people pretending to be from Chase Bank,
saying that there was fraudulent activity on my account from Texas.
He says the scammer somehow knew all of his account details, like recent transactions, so the story was believable.
Then they go ahead and say that we should deactivate this card.
They told Batts to put his debit card in the mailbox and convinced him to give up his PIN in order to protect his accounts.
So $10,000 gone.
Just like that.
According to this Waukegan police report, about $9,300 was withdrawn from this Chase Bank in Waukegan on Fountain Square Place. The police report indicates, and bank screenshots show, that some cash was taken from the ATM. Remember, they had his PIN. However, a large amount, $8,400, was withdrawn from inside the bank, meaning a teller handed Batts' money to the thieves without Batts' official ID.
Even if you do have a PIN number, it seems like there needs to be more barriers to security.
Chase did not respond to those allegations, but told the I-Team, "We urge all consumers to ignore phone, text, or internet requests for money or access to their computer or bank accounts. Legitimate companies won't make these requests, but scammers will." Batts says Chase ended up refunding him most of the money before we reached out to the bank, and then the remaining ATM withdrawals after the I-Team became involved. Batts says he's learned a lesson.
Don't give up, I'd say, any information before you can go to your bank.
That's right, and always go to your bank's website and app independently. Chase says if you get what may be a text alert about fraud, call your bank directly. The number is on the back of your debit card.
Real quick, if you haven't done so already, be sure to download our free ebook. You can actually scan this QR code, or you can click the link in the description below. Now back to the video. As you can see, it's not just people over the age of 50 or over the age of 60, or even some people that's just retired or by themselves in general. Anybody with a bank account is vulnerable. But I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's only happening in Illinois. Yeah, okay. Check this out.
We have a safety alert for you tonight. Hendersonville police are warning you about a recent scam involving debit cards. They say a scammer called a victim this week pretending to be their bank's fraud department. They said the victim's chips in their debit card had been compromised and needed to be analyzed. The victim was asked to place their cards in the mailbox to get picked up. That's when they noticed fraudulent charges on their account. If you think you've fallen victim for this scam, call your local police or your card company.
Unfortunately, this is starting to happen in different countries as well. And some of these countries aren't even popular for having these types of scams. Watch this.
12 people are facing more than 100 charges in a major credit fraud scheme. Police are also offering a warning about synthetic identity theft. CTV's Mike Walker has been following this story and joins us now live with more. Mike.
Well, Zoraida, police say this was a sophisticated scheme that involved creating identification for people who never existed. They say the suspects would then use those fake IDs to open bank accounts and apply for credit cards. These are the bogus IDs police allege fraudsters created with fake names to open bank and credit accounts, part of a synthetic identity fraud scheme that police say defrauded financial institutions out of millions of dollars.
Synthetic identities can be used to create essentially piggy banks for them.
Toronto police launched Project Deja Vu in October 2022 after being contacted by a bank that identified several synthetic accounts, mostly opened by one person who had done work with the company. The investigation revealed the scheme started back in 2016 and used more than 680 synthetic identities to open bank and credit accounts across the province.
The fraudulently obtained credit accounts were then drawn upon by way of in-store and online purchases, cash withdrawals, or electric fund transfers. In many cases, fraudulent payments were made into the credit account to allow them to be drawn beyond their defined limits.
Police seized synthetic identity documents, electronic templates to create fake ID, hundreds of credit and debit cards, plus $300,000 in cash. 12 men between 26 and 60 years old have been arrested in connection with the scheme. They are facing a combined 102 charges, including fraud, forgery, unauthorized possession of credit card data, and laundering. But investigators say this is about more than fraud, with the accounts used to facilitate other crimes,
including the laundering of proceeds derived from human trafficking, drug trafficking, and armed robbery.
Police say the bank safeguards are not always effective. The same photo was used on multiple fake IDs to open accounts. Surprising, says this cybersecurity expert.
We have technology now that should be able to better verify these types of identities if they are fraudulent. Clearly, there's processes that need to be changed because fraud costs us millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars.
So far, the total losses, police say, are $4 million. Investigators believe there are more victims.
You know the crazy part about all of this? The fact that it's so easy to do. Not only is it so easy to do, but a lot of people are starting to do it, as we just mentioned, nationwide, worldwide. But here's the note that there was a lot of information in a very short period of time, but I'm sure either you or someone that you know needs to know about this. Now, if you want to keep up with scams in general, or just need to know what something is happening in your area, or if you think that you may be a victim of a scam, here's how you can actually submit this. Now, you can always go to the local news. That's my recommendation. But here's the thing. A lot of things don't always make it to the local news. And then not only that, if it is on the local news and you live in a different city or state, then chances are you probably won't know what's happening. So with the Better Business Bureau, they have these the Better Business Bureau scam tracker, okay? And you can even put in like if you think that you were scammed, you can report a scam, or you think that you're being targeted by a scam, you can look up an existing scam, and they have a lot of different type of situations. So it's a business name used, website, email used, or something like that. All right. Then you could also, a lot of people are talking about pyramid schemes, cash apps, tax fraud, all types of things, but you can keep up with all of this. And I'm gonna put this link inside the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.